Today guys, we are looking at caves as a habitat, this time on Nature Guy X46 Presents. So caves are an interesting ecosystem, and like many ecosystems, there are other ecosystems within them, but more on that later. Let's talk about the basics. So animals that live in caves are adapted to darkness, and they have to deal with limited resources. So when it comes to these animals, there are a few different categories of cave life, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, so when it comes to these animals, there are a few different categories of cave life. There are the visitors, like the bat and the frog and the snake, who are called troglodytes. I will put that into the video. Some of these animals include bears, bats, snakes, even owls. Now, most of these animals come to the cave to sleep, roost, or even to seek out food from the caves, only to leave. So the next example are animals that are called troglophiles. And if broken down, this word means cave love. So these animals can live in the caves, but they can also live outside of a cave. So maybe something like a frog. Next we have the troglodytes, which broken down means cave life. These are animals like the cave spider, the olm, and this cave crayfish that we'll be talking about in another video. But we're not done yet. There are 3 zones within a cave. They are the twilight zone. And the zone's name might be a little bit confusing to you, but this zone basically extends from the cave's entrance to the point where our eyes can no longer see without the aid of a flashlight. Conditions here are pretty much like they are on the outside. Now the next layer, or the next zone, is what we call the middle zone. And this is the zone where your eyes will need a flashlight, and conditions here are still seasonal. But let's move a little bit deeper into the cave. This is our last zone, and this zone again has total darkness. Temperatures here are not seasonal. Temperatures remain fairly consistent, and this may depend on the cave. Humidity also remains at a certain level with some minor drops or raises. Now this zone can also be broken up into microhabitats, such things as pools or streams would be some of these microhabitats. So what are some traits of animals that live within these caves? We'll be talking about that in just a second. So animals that live within these caves have certain traits. One of those traits is they lack pigments. They may lack eyes. Now, if one lives in darkness, really what good are eyes? Some of the animals have reduced eyes, while some of them have no eyes. Pigments that once protected animals from the sun are not needed in caves, and so the animals tend to either have none or have lost them. We may revisit caves when we look at the geologic features of caves at a later time, but for now, this is the end of our video. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave me a comment or question. I respond to all comments. Love y'all, and remember to never stop learning, and don't forget to never give up on yourself, and I will see you in the next video.